Alright, welcome back, eSIM Studios. Just to let you know, if you want to view this in Ultra HD, 60 frames per second, I am recording in UHD, 60 frames per second, also recording in HDR Plus on my S25 Ultra with 360 audio. Now, go into your YouTube settings, hit the gear icon, go into advanced, go into video quality, and choose the very highest quality available for your device, and you can enjoy this in 4K. Now, I have an ESR hybrid magnetic case review for the new iPhone 17 Pro. I purchased this with my own money on Amazon. I'll put the link down below in the description. And just a quick note before we get started. If you want to, I had a couple people ask me, hey, how do you get to the description box? It doesn't show on my YouTube. Well, here's what you do. If you want to open up and expand the description box, simply touch and or select the title. So if you see the title of this video down below, simply all you got to do is touch the title and it'll expand down below the description box. So I got all the links for my websites, for my merch store, and a link to purchase this on Amazon. Now, normally when I get a case in, I'll use it for a few days and then do the review. But today, I just got this in the mail and I want to knock this out. So it's my first time using this, first time opening this, but it'll be a good, we'll get a good view, see a good, nice review of how this fits the device. And then it also has, I think it has Classic Series designed for MagSafe, military grade protection, full coverage camera, bar protection. It apparently has some advanced button controls for the camera button here on the side that we will get into. And what does this offer? So, military grade protection, full coverage camera, bar protection, strong magnetic lock. Now, I do have a wireless charger here that we will test that out on just to see how strong that magnet is. But let's go ahead and open this sucker up and see what we got. My God, this is a sticky sticker. There we go. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. So let's see what we got here. ESR, one of the more popular brands for iPhone, for Samsung. This is going to, well, that was great, wasn't it? This will stick on the contents that come out. I'll throw that away later. Let's see what we get in here. So here's what you get. Anything else? What was that? A warranty card? Let's see what we got here. So watch it quick. Setup video. Activate your 24-month warranty. Contact customer support. Support at esrtech.com. Oh, okay. Why do you have to have a easy replacement with no return needed? Interesting. Okay, so they give you a warranty. What the hell is this? Just for design purposes, or what does this do? The hell? Oh well. Whatever. Put that to the side. What is this? ESR for MagSafe. Unleash the full power of MagSafe. Okay. ESR, tech made easier. Okay. And here is the case. Now, this had a few different designs. Let me pull it up on Amazon listing real quick. Okay, on the trusty Pixel. So here is the listing for this. It is, they come in B clear, and A clear. I guess they come in different styles, right? So you can get this case, different colors, different styles, but they're all basically the same design. With the same materials. Just wow, that's a lot of different colors. So you can choose your choice in style, in different phones, different colors, your choice. So this link will be in the description box down below. Simply click the title of the video and it'll expand that description box. Look how cheap that is. $8. $8, 20% off. Enjoy it while you can. As you can see, the sale ends in just about 12 hours. I'm going to upload this as quick as possible. I'll have it up on the internet here shortly. So let's see what we got here. Okay, cool. Now, does this have, normally they'll have like a peel sticker but I don't see that here. But you do get nice big cutouts. Let me move this so we can focus in on this case. So it does have, the sides are flexible, as you can tell. The back is flexible too. So this is not, as you can tell, this is not a hard PC back with a soft border. This appears to be soft all the way through, meaning like you can bend this, you can flex it either way. So it looks like it's a flexible case, right? So again, a lot of them will have a stiff back and soft border to make it easier to take the phone in and out, and it also helps with shock absorption. And that usually that hard back plate allows for the device to not flex when it makes impact with the ground, which gives it some rigidity, some stiffness, because flexing when your device hits the ground is what causes the break, the inertia, the shock wave that goes through and cracks the glass. So this is, just keep that in mind. Some people like that, some people don't, but I don't mind either way. But you get air pockets in all four corners, as you can tell, which does help. It does look like this has, let's see, interesting. So they have cutouts here. Now these are not marked with a dot or with a ribbed felt material. Is this? Nope, that's a smooth button as well. It is partially cut out, which should make it easy to push in. Easy push, all the way around. It is nice and clear. Look at this nice big incline you have there. Definitely going to get some camera protection there. So you have the cutouts and then the raised material that comes up and over those cutouts. So you should have that nice. You should have the cameras nice and protected. You do have this little magnetic strip, so it is flexible. You can bend that. Now what they do is they put a tiny little layer of magnetic strip in there for the MagSafe accessories, and we will, as I mentioned, try a couple accessories here shortly. But you have cutouts there for your speakers, your USB Type-C port. As you can tell, it does have some labeling right here. 01HX. I'm guessing that's the model number. 07. And here's a good example of the dot matrix. So do you see, with my finger in the background, do you see those minuscule little dots? Now, they put those in, that's called dot matrix. They put that in there so when you put your phone in there, you don't get that water effect that a lot of cheap cases. I'm surprised this is only $8, because a lot of the cheap cases do not have the dot matrix, and when you put your phone in there, you'll get like the water effect, meaning it looks like there's water underneath here or in between your case and the phone. But ESR, a very well known brand, selling it looks like look, I'm sure this only took a couple bucks to manufacture, but they do give you a lanyard cutout there on the right side. Do they have one on the left side? They do not. So you got a lanyard cutout here if you want to attach a little lanyard for wristband action, especially if you're in Europe, so you don't get your phone jacked. Let's go ahead and put the phone in there. We'll give it a look and see how this goes. So let's go snap that in there, just like that. Wow, so you still get the color. Nice color that comes through. It's funny that Apple switched up their logo at the last second. The positioning of it, because as you know, in the past it's been right in the middle there, and now it's right down there. But it is what it is. So okay, so you've heard a lot about the iPhones getting damaged. This is aluminum frame, aluminum body, aluminum. That's what they make Coke cans out of. Very soft metal. So you've actually seen a lot of these camera islands getting scratched and or dented, but this ESR case, it looks like it's got everything covered because it's actually really nice see-through material. It looks like this is not covered, but it actually is, right? So the only cutouts that are exposed are for the cameras And then your flash and your sensors right down here. This will not get scratched. It does not. You do not get the water effect, which is nice. As you can tell, the dot matrix here along the side. Let's check the cutouts. Cutouts look pretty darn even across the board. The numbering in there is kind of annoying, but what does it say here? ESR Tech. Interesting. So look at this. So I do have a glass screen protector on this iPhone 17 Pro, and it is raised slightly. The case comes up and over the device, but it's not lifting up on my screen protector, right? It's not lifting up on the, so that should not be an issue with most people, depending on what screen protector you have. And look at this. It's lifted a little bit here on these four corners. As you can tell right here, it comes up a little bit, comes up a little bit. And that's just so it does give you extra protection. You can tell it comes up here a little bit, comes up here a little bit. So when you lay it face down, your display and or your glass screen protector is not going to be touching on the surface. Let's see if the buttons are hard or easy to push. Oh, very easy. Very, very easy. Your action button, volume down, volume up. Let's go to the power. Very easy. And this camera button. Now, I don't have the iPhone set up. It goes to show you how much I use iPhone. But apparently this is touch sensitive. So with this, you're in the product description on Amazon, it said that, you know, when you go to your home screen, you can click this to open the camera app, right? And then you can move your finger across here to zoom in or zoom out. Apparently this is touch enabled, meaning you can still turn your camera on and turn it off, and you can still zoom in and zoom out with your finger through this material. So pretty clever tech that they've implemented in here. And again, my iPhone isn't set up, so I can't honestly test it, but that's what they claim. And I looked through the reviews of this on Amazon, and people say that it does work. So I will take their word for it. I'll set this up, and on my next case review, we'll test out the next case. But looks pretty freaking nice. If you want to see that color come through, if your iPhone has not turned a pinkish color and you want to show off your iPhone color, this is the case to get at an affordable price. My goodness, let's see the camera protection. So you can tell that it comes up and over the camera sensors right here. So you can tell this border comes up and over your lens. And it does sort of the same thing as on the front, where it's kind of lifted up here, lifted up here, lifted up here, and lifted up here. You kind of do that with the camera island as well, slightly. Not as pronounced as the front, but it looks like this side is lifted and this side is lifted. So again, if you lay your phone down, not going to wobble, and it's your sensors, your lenses are not going to touch the surface of whatever you're laying it down on, right? So let's test the MagSafe. We'll test the charger. Looks good. We'll go ahead and test that as well with a super fat charging cable that I have, because a lot of times when they make these cases, they make the cutout just big enough for the factory cable. But I'm sure like a lot of you guys and gals, and like myself, I got a gazillion Type-C cables around the house. Some of them are fat, some of them are skinny. It's like when I get the phone, I don't even take the cable out. I just leave it in the box because I got so many. So we'll test that with a fat Type-C cable. Let me grab my MagSafe accessories and we'll test it. Hang on. Alright, so I got some accessories here. I have a Nilkin wireless charger with MagSafe, and I have a Fireborn MagSafe accessory that goes on the back. So let's test the wireless charging. I do have it plugged in. we will give it a shot. So here we go. Working? It sure is. So that, I mean, wasn't expecting it not to work, but let's see how strong that magnet is. Yeah, that'll stay on there. Cool. So that'll work, not going anywhere. In fact, I don't think it's moved at all. It's pretty strong. Slaps right on there. Now let's try the Fireborn accessory. Very nice. You can find this on their website. Just Google Fireborn, go to their website, and it'll be there on accessories. Now it's not going anywhere. God dang, that's a strong magnet. Okay, so that'll work. And let's try a charger. Now, I gotta move this camera over here to the side, so pardon the mess off camera. But I actually have the cable plugged in over here. So look how fat this sucker is. You see how big that is? And look at this is a regular iPhone. This is an iPhone cable right here. So this is the stock Apple Type-C cable. So look, it'll obviously fit the stock Apple iPhone cable. See how much room you got in there? But what if you have something this thick? Will this work? Well, let's give it a try. Yeah, it sure will. Charging, cool. So it's just big enough to support these fat freaking cables if you got those laying around the house as well. So, cool. Well, that will about do it. That is the ESR. What is this? ESR hybrid magnetic case. Appreciate the time. Link will be down in the description. And if you got any questions, give me a holler. You know what? I might give this away too. Stay tuned to the channel. And let me know if you got an iPhone 17 Pro. If I get some of you in the comments that actually have this phone, I think I would give this case away on a future live stream. So subscribe to the channel. We'll do a giveaway. Peace.